Kuwait and India have a lot of cooperative history together. Clipless of launch of COVID-19 vaccine awareness campaign organized by the embassy with the IDF, the Kuwait, on the 31st of May. Ambassador addressed the gathering, released a booklet comprising messages from doctors on COVID in the 14 languages and launched the COVID video message campaign. Ambassador of India called on His Excellency Sheikh Hamad Jaber Al-Ali Al-Sabah, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense, State of Kuwait, in the 31st of May, and discussed the bilateral ties, ways of enhancement of the bilateral cooperation in defense and security, expatriates matters and other matters of mutual interest. So, talking about all this, let's welcome together His Excellency Mr. Sibi George. He is Ambassador of India to the State of Kuwait. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency. A privilege to be with us today. Welcome to be with us today in our show Sunshine. Your Excellency, in the off-air, we're already speaking about the bilateral diplomatic relationship, and we already know about the situation now in our brothers Republic of India. The second wave is coming there. So can you tell us more about the situation, Your Excellency?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for receiving me. I'm quite familiar with your program, and thank you for inviting me. Yes, COVID situation, the second phase, second wave, which came to India in the second half of April, hit us badly. And now, after a month, situation has improved considerably and it is under control. When the COVID situation reached all of us in February last year, India had handled it very well. It was one of the success stories we had. Through a whole country, whole government, whole people approach, we were able to address that situation, and it was handled very well, I would say. The death rate was very low, infection rate was very low. Of course, each life matters. So when I say death rate was very low, I mean each life matters, but at the same time, compared to the rest of the world, the death rate in India was very low. And that time we have started a program to help the rest of the world. India supplied medicines to 150 countries, wow. COVID-related medicines, 150 countries. India supplied vaccines to 70 countries, including our friendly state of Kuwait. So this was a situation in India at that point of time. But then when the second wave started, it hit us very badly because it came as a surprise. Within a week, the requirement of oxygen multiplied by 10 times.
Yes. We
have 700 metric tons of oxygen requirement every day in India, and we are self-sufficient in that. In fact, we have more oxygen. But when within a week, the requirement of oxygen went up from 700 metric tons to 9,000 metric tons, that that can affect anybody, and it has happened to other countries also in the past. So it was a bad situation, but that is the time when we increased our production and rest of the countries came for our help, including Kuwait. So now things are under control.
Nice. And Your Excellency, I hope that we will overcome this disease soon, and we are working hand by hand for overcome this disease. And Sarah, we are supporting our brothers, the Republic of India, for this case.
Yes, indeed, Aziz. And during this crisis and this pandemic, we have seen that Kuwait supported India in that time. Can you please tell us more about the Kuwait and Indian relationship?
No, thank you very much. Kuwait was one of the first countries to come forward and extend its support to India at the highest level. The cabinet of the Kuwaiti government met and conveyed condolences to India and offered complete help.
Yes.
I thank His Highness, the Amir of Kuwait, and also His Highness, the Crown Prince, and the Prime Minister, His Highness, for the wholehearted support extended to India. The government, the Foreign Minister, the public, they all came together and extended their support to India in this need, when that shows the kind of friendship we have. And I am very happy that Kuwait was the foremost supplier of oxygen to India. We immediately worked together a sea and air bridge. That means oxygen will go by Indian naval ships from here to India, and the empty tanks will be brought back by Indian Air Force aircraft. So this sea and air bridge was established, and it worked as a cycle. So a large quantity of oxygen went from Kuwait to India, which helped save lives.
The good thing, and we are appreciate the bilateral diplomatic relationship, Your Excellency, and that we are doing our best because you are our brothers. We are having like more than, now we are reaching 60th anniversary for our diplomatic relationship. So we need to focus more about the situation, about the Indian community now, how they are responding for this challenge, Your Excellency.
See, Indian community in Kuwait is a very vibrant, active community. They have been here for several decades. They have become part and parcel of the economic progress of this country. So it's a win-win situation for India and Kuwait. And when this pandemic situation worsened in India, as the government of Kuwait came forward to support India, the Indian community in Kuwait came forward and mobilized. They also started sending their oxygen, collected oxygen. I found that Kuwait has a lot of oxygen, not just oil. Then we immediately used all the available opportunities and started sending oxygen. The Indian community played a very, very significant role. Same is our Kuwaiti friends. So it was a government, the leadership, the government at all levels, the Kuwaiti friends, and the Indian community. It was a whole Kuwait support which has gone to India during that period. This shows the friendship. When you have difficulty, India is with you. When we have difficulty, Kuwait is with us.
And we are always together and we appreciate the bilateral diplomatic relationship, Sarah. So see, like the Indian community responded, Kuwait give us like a lot of oxygen for our brothers, Republic of India.
Exactly, yes. And Your Excellency, we've heard there is a minister is visiting Kuwait today.
Yes.
Can you tell us who is that minister and what is the aim of that visit?
See, India and Kuwait always maintained the highest level of political exchanges. The foreign minister of Kuwait was in India in March. His Excellency visited when they decided to establish the India-Kuwait Joint Commission. And now my foreign minister, we call the External Affairs Minister of the Republic of India, a senior minister. He is Dr. Jaishankar, Dr. S. Jaishankar. Yes. He is visiting Kuwait today. He will be here today, tomorrow, and day after. So 3 days of visit. He is coming for having meetings with his counterpart. He is coming on the invitation of His Excellency the Foreign Minister. He would also meet other dignitaries, leaders in Kuwait. He will also interact with the Indian community in Kuwait. So this shows the kind of exchanges, political consultations that we maintain regularly between our two countries. Kuwait is a very important country for India. This region is very important for India. For us, it is our neighborhood, and we have a huge community in this part of the world. So it's a very vibrant relationship, which I call a long-standing dynamic partnership. So each visit is aimed at strengthening that relationship, taking it to high levels of engagement, so that we will have it will benefit the people of both the countries.
Your Excellency, we appreciate that what you are saying and about the bilateral diplomatic relationship. Now we already know about the visitor. We are our brothers. This is like your home.
Yes.
So about now the upcoming events.
Yes.
I know because you are saying that today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow, His Excellency is here in his second home state of Kuwait.
Yes.
So what about the upcoming events during these days?
No, despite the COVID situation, we always follow the old COVID protocol. Always go masked, always do everything according to the COVID protocol.
Yes.
But at the same time, we do a lot of events to continue to remain engaged. This is very important. One of the most important thing we are doing is the celebration of the 60th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Kuwait. See, when Kuwait became a sovereign nation in 1961, India was one of the first countries to immediately establish diplomatic relationship. So when Kuwait celebrates its 60th anniversary, India celebrates together with Kuwait the establishment of diplomatic relationship in that year itself. 60th.
Yes.
Okay. So that shows the kind of relationship, traditional relationship, and a series of events. Some events related to spreading awareness about COVID to the public, because that's very important. Need for more vaccination. Everyone, I want everyone to be vaccinated. So I tell the Indian community, please register for vaccination. We have started 2 counters in the embassy itself to help people register for the vaccination. Then we do a lot of events for promoting our relationship, in the field of economic relationship. I did a huge mango festival recently,
Very nice.
which was participated by a lot of people. So, in fact, the food is one area where we engage very closely. The food security of our countries is very important. Food diplomacy is a very important part of my work.
Especially more important.
Yes.
Your Excellency, that we already talking about too many topics today, and we appreciate that you are with us today, Your Excellency, and people from the embassy itself, and we appreciate the bilateral diplomatic relationship about the 60th anniversary, Sarah.
Yes, thank you so much, Your Excellency. And Aziz, I think we have some gifts.
Yeah,
provided
some
with
dedication from Your Excellency.
What I have brought is, when we decided to celebrate the India-Kuwait diplomatic relationship anniversary, we did a logo contest, and this was the logo which won the first prize, and we accepted this as the logo for the celebrations.
Wow.
So I would like to present this to both of you.
Thank
you so much, Your
It's an
Excellency.
honor.
This is the logo of our diplomatic relationship celebrations.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
one
very
for-
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Your
Thank
Excellency.
you.
And as you already know, dear viewers, this is the logo of
Yeah.
the 60th anniversary, Your Excellency. He already dedicated us from the embassy itself, representing the embassy. He dedicates the symbol of the diplomatic relationship, the 60th diplomatic. We'd like to greet him, we'd like to thank him. And this is like we appreciate the bilateral diplomatic relationship for the long time. And we are brothers during the long time from the history. We'd like to thank him for the honoring, for the dedication, for the honoring ceremony. So, Your Excellency, thank you so much for your gift.
Thank
so,
you.
do you have any last words you want to say? Like in a brief.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm very happy to see the kind of excellent relationship that India and Kuwait has. We have so many stakeholders in that relationship: political leadership, business leadership, community, the people-to-people exchanges. So it's a very comprehensive bilateral relationship,
Yes.
and each generation is contributing to its promotion. I'm very happy to give a bit of my contribution in building that relationship. I thank you for inviting me here today.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, and I appreciate everything you give us. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. We had with us His Excellency Mr. Sibi George. He is an ambassador of India to the state of Kuwait. Now let's, dear viewer, have this short tiny break, and then we'll come back again.